right, Nick, let's talk once again about the Oklahoma Sooners. I feel like they have been on a roll lately, getting heavy recruits by the dozens. I think every day I turn my head and I see a new recruit coming to Oklahoma, and today is no different. But they are thinking so far in the future, this team is going to be set for a few years to come after this move.
Yeah, Mize, Coach Venables and company are doing a great job solidifying the long-term success of this program. And this report you dug up is further proof of that. But we're going to focus on the short term very briefly, talk about the 2023 season, not that far away. Sooners fans, in the comment section below, give us your prediction for Oklahoma's record for the 2023 year. We're going to hold you to it. So now here's your chance. Make your gut feeling the Oklahoma Sooners final record for the 2023 campaign in the comment section below. All right, Mize, what you got? What's the latest out of Oklahoma?
Yeah, Nick, today we're going to be talking about the class of 2025. Yes, I'm saying 2025. We're talking about a hometown boy from, I have learned this, is Chakota, Oklahoma. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And let's get into it talking about Elijah Thomas. This is four-star wide receiver Elijah Thomas of Chakota, Oklahoma, Chakota High, announced his commitment to Oklahoma Thursday afternoon. The 6'1", 185-pounder chose the Sooners over Oklahoma State, Alabama, and Texas A&M. Thomas ranks as the number 143 player in the On3 industry ranking. He also tabs in as the number 20 wide receiver and the number 4 player in the state of Oklahoma. The Oklahoma wideout joins Coach Brent Venables in the Sooners' top 5 class in the 2025 team rankings. He's accompanied by 4-star wide receiver Grayson Harris and 4-star quarterback Kevin Sperry, among others. Of course, this is from Hayes Fawcett over on Twitter. The great Hayes Fawcett giving you all of your recruiting news. So, Nick, I think this is a really great pickup for Oklahoma. They're focusing on the hometown talent really early on. This is 2025 class. We're not really even too much into the weeds of that already, but they're getting the guys closest to home, and I'm sure they're going to branch out after that. But what do you think this move means for Oklahoma, and what do you think about the pickup of Thomas?
Yeah, so I think the first point, right, and the first big win in terms of what Venables and company has done with this commitment, and you hit it on your point, Miles, exactly, is early on in the recruiting cycle, what smart teams do, what good programs do, is they nail down the local area, and as time goes on, they go national, but they focus locally first, because you don't want to get in a situation. If you lose the local guys to external forces, you're in trouble. Your program's in trouble. We see this happen all the time. Oklahoma does a smart thing here early in the recruiting cycle, getting the local kid, the in-state kid to commit. Great job by Venables and company. But the second point I want to highlight here is look at the schools that they won out in terms of getting this kid. And obviously Oklahoma State, another obviously the big school and other big school in Oklahoma. So put that aside for a second. Alabama and Texas A&M. 2 of the top 3 recruiting powerhouses in the SEC that Oklahoma will be involved with, of course, when the 2025 season rolls around. The fact that Oklahoma is revealing their recruiting chops, I'll say it like that, against those recruiting powerhouses from the SEC right now is a great sign that when they make that transition, they will maintain and potentially even accelerate their recruiting pipeline. That is the key for long-term success in the SEC. It doesn't matter how good you are one year or the next year. You have to be able to recruit at a high level year in and year out with no breaks in order to be a top contender in that brutal conference. Oklahoma is showing they can do it by outbidding and winning a recruit from the likes of Alabama, from the likes of Texas A&M. This is a great sign for the Sooners program, both in the long term in terms of 2025 success, but it's also a sign that I think in the 2024 class, which isn't finalized yet, they'll be able to potentially get another big commit or two in competition from one of these other SEC guys.
Yeah, Nick, I think when we talk about the future recruiting classes, nothing's really ever nailed down, but these wins are very, very important. And you talked about it. I think it's understated a lot, but you talk about getting guys away from when they're being recruited by the Alabamas of the world and Texas A&Ms of the world. What I think it means more than winning those guys from them is it that Oklahoma's head is in the mind space of those programs like Alabama and Texas A&M. They're thinking towards the future, and who does that? Only the best teams around who can really, because if let's say Oklahoma State goes to try to recruit this guy, he's probably going to be like, well, I don't want to commit yet. I probably have a lot of other offers coming around. Let's see if Oklahoma State's the best offer I have coming. But now we see that since Oklahoma's been doing their due diligence, they've been building this program, stacking wins. You see Oklahoma as a true powerhouse. And this guy goes, well, I'm class of 2025, but Oklahoma's a big time deal now. Is going to be a program headed towards a big time conference. Let's get in now. I think this is going to be a good opportunity for me. So Oklahoma is now a destination for recruits, and I think they're doing just what all of the other big programs have done.